Alright, what's going on, y'all? Master Teacher of Attraction, back with another video. And this video is for the guys that think they need to be going down on women and listening to Meg the Stallion and the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's telling men and telling women to demand from men that they need to eat them out down there. Okay? And I'm here to tell you why you should never even think about trying to eat a woman out. Okay? Down there. Okay? Just like what this thing is saying right there. That's what you shouldn't be putting nowhere near your mouth. Okay? What y'all gotta understand is I come from the medical field. Okay? Female dogs, I've seen pyometras. What is a pyometra? That is when you basically have a lot of pus in the the damn, what is that? It's connected to the ovaries. Damn. But basically it's a lot of pus in the reproductive system. Okay? And it's connected to the ovaries. But at the bottom line, there's pus in there and it leaks out of the vagina. Okay? It leaks out of there and it smells terrible. Okay? So that has scarred me from doing anything with a woman around her period. And I've even had women try to get me like to do stuff with them sexually while they was on their period. I'm like, I'm not finna do that. Okay? I have been scarred. All right? I have been scarred for life. My eyes have seen things that no normal human being has seen. Okay? When it comes to vagina. Okay? So whenever, a woman is, starting to bleed, I don't mess with them. But you guys will do anything for it. And I'm here to show and because you don't have an abundance of women and you listen to dumb things like eating women out. All right? So I'm going to show you the different things that come out, okay? And shout out to what's her name? Sexplanations. Okay. All right. Shout out to her for making this. Okay.
It's not the same for everyone, but here's a run through. Sweat. Exercising heat and tight clothing can make you perspire. That includes your crotch, especially if you shave. Lubrication. If you get sexually excited,
And see, that's another thing. There's a reason why there's hair down there. Okay. Whenever you shave down there, that will mess up the pH and the environment down there. All right. Things will tend to cuz what the hair does, it lifts the sweat up off the skin so it can be picked up by the aeration and it can dry faster. But when you have no hair down there and you wearing tight clothing, well, she explained it. But, basically shaving down there will cause a lot of inflammation because of the rubbing. The hair is there to be a buffer between the skin down there. When you shave, that's why you get all them bumps down there. And also you swamp balls with tight clothing.
vaginal walls and two glands in the vulva secrete clear, slippery fluid meant to reduce friction. Brown blood.
Wait, what?
Also tends to expel more fluid of a lot of different textures and colors. It's not the same for everyone, but here's a run through. Sweat. Exercising heat and tight clothing can make you perspire. That includes your crotch, especially if you shave. Lubrication. If you get sexually excited, the vaginal walls and two glands in the vulva secrete clear, slippery fluid meant to reduce friction. Brown blood. At the start of one's menstrual cycle, which we call day one because there's a visible.
And this is what you guys, it's a lot of dudes that pride themselves on, putting their mouth around down there on a woman around her period. Okay, eating them out. Like, do you hear all these things that come out of it? All right, it is crazy, man. Now, women ain't like this all the damn time, but I'm mainly specifically just letting you know, hey, man, this is a vagina at the end of the day. This ain't candy. This ain't sweet. This is normal. Like, all it is what it is. It ain't nothing. Women be trying to tell you, oh, it's sweet. It's like candy and all. Like, no, it ain't none of that.
colder or thicker red blood, which smells like iron. Over the next few days, your period will likely become more red as the endometrium sloughs off and out your body, then goes back to a minimal clear moisture. After menstruation, the vulva and vagina will be pretty dry. Not cheek dry, eyeball dry. Then a couple days after this, the cervix at the top of the vagina expels mucus that is more cloudy and white, even yellowish in color. It's creamy and kind of sticky. Next is a watery stage. Colorless.
Okay, so that is that stuff, we're not gonna get too graphic here, cause this is YouTube, but you know, a lot of the dudes be thinking they doing something, and no, it's just the time of the month where that's the fluid that's coming out. All right, but you thinking you doing something, yeah, I'm getting her to do this and that, and, this white stuff coming out. Yeah, that means she like it. Like, nah, man. See, y'all, it's a lot of dumb people, man, and I'm just here to give you the real.
Slightly white discharge, unless there's some spotting of blood, in which case the fluid will look pink. And then there's ovulation, where there's 30 times more fluid than there was right after menstruation. On average, ovulation occurs on day 14, 10 to 16 days after the first sign of blood. The fluid from the cervix becomes clear and more elastic. You can put it between your two fingers and stretch it like raw egg whites. Fertility specialists call it EWCM, egg white cervical mucus, for this reason, and they see it as the crown jewel of fertility. The high spin bar height, or spinability, and higher pH make it like protective liquid ladder sperm can use to get closer to the egg. After this, the vaginal fluid goes back to being goopy and opaque white. I can't stress enough how valuable it is to track our fluids. So much of what comes out of the vagina is related to our cycles, and if we can follow a pattern, it's less scary to see things that look like snot goobers or watery toilet paper clumps. It also makes it a lot easier to recognize when something's off. For example, yeast infections caused by overgrown fungus.
Woo! So there you go. There you go. And how do you get a yeast infection? When your diet is all messed up. Even if you're a dude and you still got your foreskin, okay, this is why you get all that white stuff underneath. All right? It's the same with a woman. Okay? It's not about, cleaning it with soap and all this. The soap and water ain't gonna get rid of that. Your diet is gonna get rid of that and keep it away. Okay? Because the foreskin and the clitoral hood is there to protect it from the elements. But if you getting white stuff underneath, that don't mean you need to clean more. That means that you need to get your diet together, because it's a yeast infection. You're feeding the infection, and this is the byproduct. This is the manifestation of that. Okay, once you cut that stuff out. But how many women do you know be eating at McDonald's every day, don't know how to cook, don't know how to eat right? Okay, and they're on, they have all, they either have the beginnings of, or it's already, starting to pop off. Okay, this is why you don't put your mouth down there with a lot of these women, because most women don't give a damn about their health. Okay, their pH is off. Their pH is supposed to be acidic. It's sitting, little in the middle over to the alkaline side. That is bad. That's bad for JJ. Okay, do you understand me? A lot of women don't teach their daughters how to properly take care of it. They don't teach about the pH. They don't teach about their diet and how it affects them down there. Okay, so this is why you should not be putting your mouth anywhere down there.
Creamy and white. They're also really common. If you know from monitoring your
And
body.
see, that's another thing. For you dudes that be going raw with women and everything, you see that white stuff, you don't know if it's that other stuff it is. You know what I'm saying? But you can go off the smell.
Fluid, or that it's more curdled, that's a good indication that it's not typical discharge. Other signs of yeast infection
Looking like cottage cheese.
And pain. They also smell a lot like bread, which I guess isn't that terrible. Another common discharge to watch out for is bacterial vaginosis, or BV. It have a similar consistency as other fluids I've described, but it smells like fish or porta potty, and you might want to address it. Both yeast and BV are the result of natural microorganisms in the vagina over flourishing. It doesn't mean that you're dirty or bad or gross.
Yeah, it don't mean to use more feminine products. Women need to stay away from that. Okay? You need to take care of your diet. The bacteria, and trying to get rid of all the bacteria is not going to help you. All right? You just need to stop overflowing and, stop overpopulating and giving the environment for the bacteria to overflourish. Okay? Again, too many foods that's messing up your it's mainly foods that mess with your gut. If your gut is, you have a lot of gas, bloating, and things like that of that nature from breads, grains, and things like that that your body's not doing well with. You eating a lot of beans, a lot of fiber, okay, and your body is not doing well with all of those things. It's gonna create a over growth because it sits in the stomach a lot longer. It gives that bacteria more time to feed off of that food and overpopulate, and it starts to manifest down in your private areas. Okay, but you don't know what's going on with a woman's insides. Okay, so again, your mouth should not be anywhere down there, especially on a strange woman.
It just means that something threw off your balance and your system might need help resetting. Or not, talk to a healthcare professional for next steps. They can check to see if the infection is something sexually transmitted. Here are some of the STIs it could be. Human papillomavirus can make it seem like you just have more than usual normal fluid. Syphilis, same thing. And herpes, more of the usual unless it's a severe outbreak, in which case the area can be really raw, damp, and smell like a fresh wound. Gonorrhea may present as yellowish or bloody. Chlamydia, also bloody and heavy. Trichomoniasis, or trich, is often frothy or bubbly with a greenish yellow or gray appearance and pungent tuna smell. This may be upsetting to
So basically, if your nose will tell all. If something don't smell right, okay, like fish, okay, if it smells yeasty, okay, you don't know what yeasty smells like, go to a veterinarian office, go ask them how a dog's ear smells like when it has a yeast infection. They'll tell you. I know how it smells because I was all in that field. You know what I'm saying? Or you got green discharges, cream, not cottage cheese, white action down there with smells. Hey man, that's you might want to be careful with that girl right there and just give her some more time so she can let her body get things together before you get anything popping with her. Okay. Me personally, I wouldn't put my mouth down anywhere around that. Okay. But this is for the dude, because a lot of dudes just don't know. Okay. All they know is they don't got a lot of options. Okay. So they gonna try to do anything a woman wants them to do, but they don't know everything about the female body, okay, or the body in general, okay. And this is why, like, it's good to know these things, but it's also a curse because now you it's not no curse. It's not no curse, man, because now when a woman come to you and talking to you about, hey, I need you to get your head down there and show me something, then you can be like, okay, I'm finna walk out the door. Then forget this. It ain't worth this. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there, man. It's crazy what dudes is doing out here. All right. And y'all check out the link below for the merchandise and the other products to support the channel. All right, I'll holler at y'all later.